feeling good, ready to return. What sort of impact could he make for you guys?
Well, I mean, Marty has a chance to be a real good player. You know, he's got to earn the right to feel confident and play like he can. And great stick, great skater. And so, you know, the ball's in his court. What we'll do is we'll decide on our lineup after our skate tomorrow. We'll see who's healthy and who's not and make our decisions at that time.
You brought back Seth Griffin off waivers today. What are your impressions of bringing him back?
Well, just when I talked to Lou today, he talked about that, and so we'll just see where that goes.
You're playing every second day, as tough as things were last night. Do you get a chance to, for lack of a better term, hit the reset button and build and move toward the next game?
Well, we were terrible last night, so. You know, I haven't been here that long, but in the time I've been here, I don't know how often we came to the rink where we thought we should win. And so you're not disappointed that often. Even the times last year we lose, you just come in and you just pump the guys up again and you get ready to go. But we didn't compete hard last night and we weren't prepared. And so that's my job. So I was disappointed when we left the rink. Weren't ready to go, no detail. Whether that was a team that's feeling good about themselves and didn't compete. The other team had lost 3 in a row and given up goals, and they were ready to go. And yet our goaltender still gave us a chance, and we still found a way not to respond. So to me, that part was disappointing. So now, you know, that's one. It's got to be done. And we're playing a good Ottawa team tomorrow, and they're going to be competitive. We beat them last time. We played them in a back-to-back situation. It was a good win for us, but we just played patient. We scored, and we played inside. We're going to have to play better here tomorrow, and we just, I say this all the time. My mom had that note on her fridge, let your ups be longer than your downs. Same thing here. Drop the game, let's get going.
I know you've talked more and more this week about mental health issues in Bell. Let's talk.
Right.
What's changed in that regard, in that issue, from the time you started till now?
Well, I mean, lots of things, obviously. I think the biggest thing is just the idea of talking about it. I know myself, since my kids got older, I'm a way better coach because I've seen what they've gone through as athletes. The other thing is, as your kids get older and they leave your house, you could think nothing worse than them suffering in silence. They got things not going good in their life, and they're not sharing it. And mental illness affects 1 in every 5 Canadians. So if you think about that, that means 4 people in my dressing room alone must be affected in some way. And, you know, when you think of someone like Clara Hughes, is mentally tough of athlete as she is and was, she had mental illness. And so mental toughness and mental illness have nothing to do with one another. But I think when you educate yourself and you can listen a little bit and you're compassionate, you can talk to people, it's amazing what just having someone to talk to is about. I know I have a great friend in my wife. I know I'm a better person because she's around and I got someone to talk to. So Bell Let's Talk is about opening up and talking. But I think we've come many, many miles in this area, and we're more compassionate and understanding. Sorry, that was a long answer.
Do you see that in the room, Mike, that's over your career as a coach, that's been a lot more open among the players?
Well, I just think that today's world is way different, and what was accepted 10 years ago in the norm and what's accepted now is way different. And so young people today, you know, they don't worry about as many things. And yet, because I've been so involved, I've lost a couple of friends to mental health, she's so involved in it, my kids know a lot about it. And so when they're all college-age kids, when I talk to them, they're talking about their teammates, their friends, the people they know. It's not like it affects everybody. But we can all have a great life. Some of us have high blood pressure, so we take some medication, and no one thinks nothing of that. So I don't know why there's a stigma with mental health.
When Gardner and Carrick are most effective, what are they doing well as a pair?
They're playing on the offensive blue line. They get the puck moving, they don't have to defend. It was pretty evident last night we couldn't move the puck early as a coaching staff. We didn't have our pairs organized good enough early, and we didn't move the puck. If you play in your own zone, it's a long night, not much fun.
If Marty is back, what's the potential there with his Zaitsev, do you think?
Well, I mean, he's a good player, and but he's got to play well. You know, you got to play well. It's great to be a good player. You got to play well, and you got to earn the right to feel good about yourself. You know, Zaitsev's a real good player. We got to be way better than last night. So whatever steps we can take to do that, we're going to do.
Have you noticed this is a group that responds well to when you've had the off night in the past?
Yeah, I mean, but I would say that's, and maybe my expectations are way different for the group, but I thought that was the least competitive night we've had this year. So to me, wasn't good enough. But you know, the guys told me that the players cleared out of the room quickly last night. They know too. They're big boys too. They know what's going on. So we all came to the rink expecting to win. We didn't prepare right. We didn't execute right. We didn't compete hard enough. We didn't get what we wanted. Let's get back on track.
Anything beyond that?
You tend not to give that stuff as much credit now in the analytical world, but the tangible.
Well, it's huge. I mean, we don't get slapped around ever. Like last year we got abused, we never get slapped around. Yeah, not only is he a good player, he's a great man, and he treats those kids with kindness, with a firm hand of accountability at the same time, and he's a good pro. He lives right, he acts right, treats his teammates right. So, you know, he's got a huge fan in me, I can tell you that. Now, when we first lost Smitty, it was a blow to Marty too. We didn't have a center for him. Now that Goat's playing good again, and he's got that line going again. They were our best line last night.
Speaking of Smitty, you said earlier in the week he was getting the pins out yesterday. Any update on his?
Yeah, I never asked. What I've learned over time as a coach in this league is the less you ask, you're not putting any pressure on them. When they're ready, the trainers tell you, and they do.
How about Morgan, Mike?
Yeah, Morgan skated this morning by himself. He told me he was doing fine. You know, he was hoping to be better than he was today, but he's doing fine. I don't know what that means. Does that mean day to day? Does that mean 10 days? Day to day is normally 10 days, so is it longer than that? I don't know.
So is he not available, do you think, tomorrow, or are you waiting?
Morgan?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
definitely-
100% not available tomorrow.